number one thing that I see broken more often than anything is kind of not having a clue what you're selling. Meaning the bride walks up to your booth and she doesn't really know why you're there. You have just a couple of seconds to capture that bride's attention. She has to be able to look at your booth and know exactly, beyond a shadow of a doubt, what it is you are selling. It sounds pretty simple, but I see it broken time and time again. It is very easy for the intended message to be lost. So don't have things in your booth that are unrelated to your business. If you are not a photographer, don't go overboard with photographs. If you're not a florist, don't put flowers in your booth. This booth, nicely designed booth, but I have no idea what they are selling. Here's a nice booth. You know the minute you look at it that they are selling wedding cakes. They put a lot of effort into this booth. I have no idea what they are doing. There's no signage, there's a whole bunch of flowers. I'm not positive though that they are selling flowers. These folks, you know what they are doing. They've got a great company name and they have a display of flowers. You know what they sell. Same thing here, also a florist. Much simpler booth design, but very effective. You know what they're doing. A lot of effort went into this booth, but you have no idea what it is. There's a little tiny sign there that I had to pixelate out because whenever I say bad things about them, I can't tell you who they are. I don't want to get sued. And you laugh. I spoke at, who's been to Wedding MBA? Anybody? 2 years ago, I did the keynote at Wedding MBA. And remember that picture I showed earlier about the really bad DJ with all the wires and stuff? I had a different picture in that spot. And it was just a basic, boring DJ picture that I found, by the way, on a Google Images search for bad wedding DJ. And put that picture up there in my presentation, and damn if that guy was not in the audience. And I evidently ruined his life as a result of that, and got a nice little lawsuit served on me a couple of weeks later, and it went away, but now I have to like pixelate out stuff, and it's not nearly as much fun, but anyhow, in this case, this was, they got a little tiny sign that says what they do. But other than that, you look at it and it's pretty, but you don't know what they're selling. This is a much simpler booth, but it works because the instant you look at it, you know that they are selling invitations. All right, these folks, wine shop at home. It's like you order wine at home and it's shipped to you. They do sort of like Tupperware parties for wine. Can't you tell by the 2 bottles of wine on the table and all of this other stuff that has nothing to do with wine? I suggest to you that you set up your booth in your office, storefront, somewhere, set it up. Grab some people who don't know what you do. The younger the better. Get a 12-year-old kid, has no idea what you do, ask them to look at this booth and say, what is it that I'm selling here? And if they get it wrong, you need to tweak it and go back to the drawing board.